Today we do a brief unboxing of Formbot's Trident 250 millimeter kit. I had already opened this. I put the one flap in the back just because I have a very small table. So, top foam, very well packaged. I'm in my basement, please excuse the mess. 250 millimeter bed. Compared to the 350 millimeter bed. 250 millimeter bed. Okay. Acrylic panels. Front doors. Top. Two sides. Back electronics panel, bottom, rear, 3.7 millimeter, black. Please ignore my mess. And the stuff. Really thick compared to the two thicknesses. Looks like the 1 millimeter and maybe a 3 millimeter. PTFE tube, 4x3. PTFE tube, 4x2. VHB tape. Any other kit you've got left over. Should be Gates belt, but there's no branding on it. Great big bag of zip ties, because you can never have enough zip ties. Not sure why I have wire loom in here. Neither here nor there. Pre-crimped or pre-terminated wires. A lot of pre-terminated wires. Bearings. Z end stop. Now, they put that brass, it looks like it was a attempt at a sex bolt, but they didn't quite make it. Not really sure what the other pin is for yet. .40 watt heater. Generic 3950 thermistor. .24 volt brushless fan. .16 gig micro SD. .2209 steppers. .5015 24 volt fan. Trying to remember what this one's for. Part cooling. Afterburner tool head. Maybe, nope. Stealth tool head. 3 6020s. 24 volts. Thermistor, right? Thermal fuse, rated 125C at 15 amps. Yeah. Connector for SSD, not SSD, SSR. Extra accessories. You know, you print your own parts. Kind of makes it a little different. Now, we've got a display cover, a exhaust, and kind of decides your own colors when they send you yellow. And then the filter for the inside of that, which, yeah. Power cord. Three lengths of cable chain. Hot end to y-axis to Z, and Z to the floor. GT20 with grub screws, no pre-applied Loctite, a free floating XY end stop, dual function single board, two more GT20T. Man throughput, four feet. Looks like 5 volts. 5 volt, 5 amp. Meanwhile, that's actually surprising. Screws for days. An actual Omron labeled inductive probe with a pre-terminated short leg. I bought a couple of these the other day. Meanwhile, 200 watt. Mini display version 2. I'm not sure what version 1 and version 2. Motors. All of our motors are Okada. Looks like a 2023 812. So those are our Z-axis. Oh, we have rails, a whole bunch of rails. Typical Formbot branded rails. One, two, 6. So one for each lead screw, one for each side of Y, one for X. So these would be Z, these would be Y, this would be X. Bottom layer, no, not bottom. Oh, gods. Oh, I broke it. Trying to get a hand in. This is not easy to do one-handed. I'll put you. I'll sit you down on this mess for a minute. Not a corner-to-corner heating pad, but Vipidino 110 heating pad. Bed, making a declaration of 0.1 millimeter flatness. Oh, these little struggles. Put that down there. We go to the bottom shelf. We have our motor specs. So here's my curiosity. It says moons. When it says moons, I'm guessing that means the AB motors. Yes, they are. By default, comes with V6 hot end, but you can order upgrades. Bondtech gears, Voron SR. It's 2 rails, frame, bearings, power switch, 2 fuses, which is actually a change from the typical all-in-one. I'll have to look at the current bomb and look into that. I don't need these little sprigs. So we're going to throw this back in here. I'm going to throw this back in here. I'm going to put you down for a moment. My curiosity is these. We're going to come over here now. And we are going to say, oh, you. Kita. Nah, we're just going to type in the bottle number here. Okay. 42H C40 -306N 1 XK. 042H. C40 motor, and I guess the rest of it is the rod length. And looking at this, .2 volt stepper, 1.68 amps, 1.8 degrees. Now that's for the motor itself, not the rod. Interesting. We'll have to see how that comes out. I did not do an unboxing or anything for Formbot B0.2, which is currently sitting under the rat rig. I'm still attempting to configure that. But anyway, what we've just went through is the Formbot. Oh, and it came with a octopus board and a BTT Pi version 1.2. Which I've got here. I will, and I have these extra pins. I know what that looks like, unless there's a pins mod for this that I don't know about. But like, you know, the little narrow pin here, I've not built a Trident yet. I've built a 350, 2.4, and the B0, and the rat rig, and the bear, and the minion, and the mini. The mini and the bear were both Fizzet. Isaac. The fun part of the game. Like a Jenga puzzle. But between all of them, unfortunately I do not do assembly videos. We have more than enough Voron guys, Zero, and Steve builds, who have much more in-depth understanding of the internal workings, and who could certainly be of greater benefit than myself. I don't remember if I did anything with that 2.4. If I did anything final with it, but I'm getting ready to do upgrade it to revision 2. I bought it a year or so ago at Rev 1, which means I'll be getting rid of the MGN 9 rails and going for the 12. I've already got part of that laid out. Chaotic Lab tap. Ignore my mess. I live in the basement. Or at least the front lab is in the basement. I've also got a Fizzette Enraged Rabbit for a 9 cart to build. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Again, this was a brief unboxing. Not really brief because of my rambling. Of Formbot's 250mm Voron Trident kit. As of 3 weeks ago.